Right now at 6, La Crosse's Common Council addresses the local child care crisis.
And how a donation to a local nonprofit is being used to help foster families.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Rehab work starts Monday for La Crosse's iconic blue bridges on US 14. The Wisconsin DOT announcing today Governor Evers signed a contract for over $2 million for work on the Cameron Avenue and Cass Street bridges. The project is required to extend the service life of each bridge. It will also include new guardrail, pavement markings, and approach slabs. Work starts Monday and is expected to be done by November. The bridges will remain open during construction, but daily lane closures are expected.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers is declaring a state of emergency for northeast Wisconsin due to flooding. Heavy rain last week caused the flooding, damaging infrastructure and causing a breach in a dam, prompting many residents to evacuate the Appleton area between Lake Winnebago and Green Bay. The declaration will allow the Department of Health Services to pay for damages and provide temporary housing for those who need it. The governor saying, quote, "We are working to ensure folks and communities have the support the state can make available to help rebuild."
Well, it's supposed to be a hot and humid weekend with temperatures hitting the 90s.
Yeah, and Gunderson Tri-State Ambulance says they're ready to respond to weather-related emergency calls. The agency is increasing staff for Country Boom, which continues through Saturday, but they're still anticipating a lot of calls in the mid-afternoon. Paramedic Amanda McConaughey says that's when the heat and humidity are usually the highest. She recommends concert goers choose beverages that will keep them cool and well hydrated.
If you can drink something with some electrolytes, maybe add some liquid IV or some drip drop to your water. Some Gatorade or Pedialyte is really good.
Caffeine and alcohol can exacerbate dehydration.
McConaughey recommends anyone drinking them to alternate with those hydrating liquids.
Well, it's definitely going to be a hot one this weekend. We can already feel it today,
Yeah.
and we have the temperatures hitting mid-90s almost, Greg.
Potentially by Sunday. Sunday definitely is going to be the hottest day probably we've seen, at least to be combined the heat and humidity right now. For today, a little bit warmer, but still the dew point still low. Pretty much typical what we would expect this time of year. The good news with the rivers, we're now both to Action Stage, Winona and Wabasha, La Crosse here tomorrow, and then McGregor a little bit couple days. So everything's falling quite rapidly right now. We're not expecting any significant really precipitation here to affect it. There's your temperatures right now with a few cumulus clouds out there. Bigger picture shows all the action that we're kind of monitoring for thunderstorms as well west and north of the area yet, but that will be approaching the area, but nothing for this evening. We're looking at temperatures getting back down to lower 70s. Should be still comfortable for this time of year. We're not expecting the dew points and moisture to increase quite yet. Overall 73 as you go later on for Eau Claire. Similar story up there. There's your feel-like temperatures out west, and that's what we're going to get a taste of. Not quite extensive as they've seen, but overall our apparent temperatures are pretty much right where the temperature is because our dew points are in the low 60s, upper 50s. Very typical this time of year to see it. But out to the west, we got those temperatures. Now, if you don't have the AC, the fan forecast for the next few days, you're definitely going to need that to be running tomorrow. Not as much, but I'll break down how warm it gets for Sunday. And we do have the thunderstorm chance, which may be severe this weekend, too. We'll break that down a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
The Republican candidate for Wisconsin's U.S. Senate seat is in Toma today. Sanitary equipment manufacturer Usemco hosted Eric Hovde for a facility tour this afternoon. Hovde says as much as he talks about how to get the country on track, he also wants to hear from voters on their top concerns. He says he can also understand their concerns better than incumbent Senator Tammy Baldwin.
I've spent my life in the real world, working with people like this. Senator Baldwin has spent her whole life in politics. You know, as I said, I've not only had to buy myself health insurance, but thousands of employees health insurance. Senator Baldwin has never even had to buy herself health insurance.
Hovde says the economy is his top priority, but he also emphasized closing the southern border and stopping the flow of synthetic opioids like fentanyl.
A La Crosse child care organization will distribute over $1 million to address the child care crisis over the next 2 years.
As News 8 Now's Allison Fergut explains, it's the latest installment of an effort that began 2 years ago and is already benefiting area families. Allison.
Ken and Emily, the Child Care Development Project started in 2022 when the city decided to partner with the Parenting Place to distribute ARPA funds. Through the first 2 years of the project, the Parenting Place created stipends and grant opportunities for local child care providers. Through the initiative, 180 childcare slots have been added. The $1.2 million the City Council approved last night will allow them to continue those successful programs and focus on other childcare issues.
When we talk to childcare programs, the workforce is the biggest barrier to be able to meet the existing childcare demand in the community.
Data from the Parenting Place shows 67% of group childcare centers can't operate at their licensed capacity due to unfilled teacher positions. The organization is committed to helping area providers find solutions. And with this new funding, the Parenting Place is confident La Crosse families will soon reap the benefits. Ken and Emily?
All right, thank you, Allison.
Well, this morning, Toma Health Community Foundation, made a donation to support local foster families. The foundation presented its contribution to the Caring Closet. It's a nonprofit that helps foster families in the Toma area. The $1,000 donation was announced during a media event this morning. The Caring Closet provides things like essential items, clothing, diapers, and school supplies for families. Danielle Calhoun started the nonprofit back in 2020 after her experience as a foster mother revealed that many children arrived without essentials.
These children are our future, and they're in our community. They're in our schools, they're our neighbors, and although we don't always know what's going inside their homes, we need to be a support system for them outside of them.
The Caring Closet is raising money in hopes of getting their own building. If you'd like to support, you can reach out to them on their Facebook page. We'll have that linked on all of our platforms. Well, today kicks off day 2 of Country Boom in West Salem.
The 3-day festival, founded in 2018, brings big-name country artists to the Coulee region while supporting local nonprofits.
Some notable artists performing tonight include Riley Green, Rodney Atkins, as well as a local artist, Bryce Tomaszewski. Some attendees say they come for more than just the music.
We love the music. We love the music, but afterwards, when the music shuts down, we got a little bit of time to have a little bit of fun in the campground. So.
Festivities continue today and throughout tomorrow at Maple Grove venues in West Salem. Free shuttles are available to West Salem middle and high schools as well as the Valley View Mall.
It was a summer showdown for area boys and girls clubs today.
Yeah, that's right. Boys and girls clubs from La Crosse, Holmen, and West Salem all engaging in friendly competition on Logan High School's Swanson Field. Relay races, water games, and obstacle courses were the name of today's game. Local police and fire departments even joined in on the fun. The annual summer showdown is a tradition one Boys and Girls Club member looks forward to every year.
I really like tug of war. Potato sack race is fun. You get to see all your friends from other BDCs, and you get to really just hang out and have fun with your other friends.
450 members and volunteers participated in today's event, and we'll include the Victoria's Boys and Girls branch on our digital platforms. A local organization is helping people with disabilities find jobs. Find out what new opportunity is causing quite the buzz after the break.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
We provide specialty level care in anything from wisdom tooth removal to dental implant placement to more complex corrective jaw surgeries.
Trying to make it as easy of an experience as you can go through. We're the most experienced clinic in the region for these types of procedures. If you or your family member needs wisdom teeth removed, tooth extraction, dental implants, you found the right place. We'd be happy to see you here.
We work closely with your general dentist. Have a discussion with your dentist about a referral to us.
The Trempealeau County Fair, July 17th through the 21st in Galesville, Wisconsin. $5 daily admissions. Did you hear me? $5 daily admissions. You can't get anything for $5. There's something for everyone. The TNC Rodeo is Thursday, July 18th. Then Friday the 19th is the 12th annual Truck and Tractor Pull. And of course, Saturday the 20th, the Demolition Derby. Ooh, that one's gonna hurt. Ride all day carnival wristbands are just $10 at the Trempealeau County Fair.
When you're looking to update your home, shop the Habitat Restore. The Habitat Restore offers a wide selection of new and gently used building materials and home furnishings at an incredibly low price. From furniture and cabinets, windows and doors, appliances, vintage items, reclaimed lumber, and everything in between. The Restore has what you're looking for, and new products arrive daily. So before you run to that big box store, shop the Habitat Restore, providing families with a place to call home.
The Winona Occupational Rehabilitation Center is an organization that supports individuals with disabilities and connects them with job training and employment opportunities.
As News 8 Now's Michael Germain explains, the center is expanding programs to offer something with a little buzz.
Winona ORC has been serving the greater Winona community for the past 50 years. And most recently, they've integrated a new program which features many bees. There's a buzz going around Winona, and it started when Winona ORC Executive Director David Bittner visited Midwest Special Services, a similar group located in the Twin Cities 2 years ago, where they had beekeeping projects at 2 sites.
This hive is very, very active. Just really excited about bees. They were just fascinated with the bees. They were talking about the bees nonstop.
Fast forward to this past spring, where the Winona Community Foundation opened up a grant cycle with a focus in nature.
I thought it would be a great opportunity for our organization to apply for a beekeeping program, knowing just how exciting it was for the clients in Minneapolis.
And that's exactly what they did, which allowed ORC to receive $4,000.
They got us a couple of hives ready to go, providing another educational experience for our individuals.
Bittner says the hands-on experience is valuable, but his ultimate goal is to help ORC's clients overcome their fear of bees or spark a fascination with the process.
So maybe it's going for that job, or working on a skill set that is unfamiliar to them, and how they can look back and say, I overcame my fear of bees, and now I'm ready to take this on.
Bittner says the program is already a win, especially for one patient who has become intrigued.
To being excited to go and see the bees. I think that's a huge win.
Reporting in Winona, Michael Germain, News 8 Now.
All right, Michael, thank you.
Bittner says the organization plans to add new programs in the near future. Okay, data breach.
A telephone company reveals nearly all of their users' data was shared to a third party just a few years ago.
We definitely got heat index values are going to approach at least a caution for this weekend, but we also got some storms that could boost some damaging winds too this weekend. We'll kind of break it all down and show you when we'll cool back down, coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
If you're interested in installing a solar system this year, listen up. We only have a few available spots remaining in 2024. Scan the QR code on your screen now to save your spot so you can get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
It's a lot quieter around here than it used to be. I'm Rebecca Cook. When I was growing up, this farm was bustling. Holsteins, hired hands, harvesting crops. But big corporations put family farms like mine out of business. And what has Derek Van Orden done? Nothing. Tax cuts for big ag, rising healthcare costs, undermining our democracy, extremism. We need real working people in Washington. And that's why I approve this message.
Nomo lets you check on mom, day or night. Nomo's no-camera motion sensors let you check on mom from across the street, across the state, or across the country. Dialing 911 connects you to your local emergency services. You can't call 911 directly for mom unless she's local too.
But if there's an emergency, Rapid SOS provides a direct connection to emergency services immediately. Rapid SOS is integrated with 911 services nationwide. Our 24/7 safety agents can dispatch emergency services where they're needed with critical information first responders need to know.
When things are normal, it's good to know. When things aren't normal, it could be serious, so you need to know.
With Rapid SOS, mom can get help fast,
dependable,
accessible.
That's Nomo.
Enhanced by Rapid SOS.
Nomo Smart Care. N-O-M-O Smart Care.
If you're interested in installing a solar system this year, listen up. We only have a few available spots remaining in 2024. Scan the QR code on your screen now to save your spot so you can get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
The FBI is investigating a major hack at AT&T. So far, one person has been taken into custody. AT&T says more than 100 million customers are affected by a breach, which happened in April when records were illegally downloaded onto a third-party platform.
The telecommunications giant says it involves phone and text message data for nearly all of its wireless customers for the 6 months between May 1st and October 31st, 2022, as well as a very small number of customers from January 2nd, 2023. According to AT&T, the data does not contain the consent of calls or the content of calls or texts or personal information such as social security numbers and birth dates.
This is really about numbers being exposed, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, because that's where all of a sudden you start getting texts or calls from unknown numbers.
The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency says it's working with AT&T and other government partners to assess the impact. The FBI and FCC are both also investigating that.
Well, a warm one we're having today, and it seems like that's going to be the story this whole weekend.
It's been the going rate for the last couple of days, but it's definitely going to see an uptick over the next 24 hours.
Yeah, definitely the temperature's going up, but I think more in the case is going to be the humidity, that dew point that we're going to be up into the 70s. So that oppressive, sticky type weather's coming back, or muggy type weather's coming back. But not for tonight. A little bit increase in the humidity. The temperatures overall more mid to upper 60s, near 70 in a few locations. But all the humidity will just start to increase. All the hot air to the west and under that high pressure is beginning to expand our direction. We're going to get a taste of it. It expands to the northeast. Unfortunately, we're going to be right on the storm track too, with these waves coming from Canada that dive southward. That's going to provide the thunderstorm chance. So we're kind of in between. If we were further southwest, we'd definitely be under the hot conditions, humid conditions without much storms. Further north, more storms, less heat. So we're kind of right in that area, and that's what makes it more of a challenging forecast, but it's pretty typical. We see this time of year, this setup. So upper 80s, mid 90s through the weekend, actually through Monday. Heat intensity values near 100. That'll probably be the hottest day, the less chance of thunderstorms on Sunday. Other days we got cloud cover, and that may play a factor in who has hotter temperatures, who has the more cooler temperatures. Regardless, the humidity will be still up there. Thunderstorms Saturday afternoon, night, that's one chance. There's a better chance probably late Sunday night into Monday, and then we could see another round Monday and Monday night. Some storms could be severe. Damaging winds is the main factor with all this. Kind of some scenarios. This is one scenario where we have a complex that kind of weakens as approaches Eau Claire by 8 or 9 in the morning. Maybe a storm. They continue to see some development right along this area, I-94, through the afternoon hours. It then begins to develop a more complex that dives quickly south towards the evening area for Saturday. This would produce some pretty strong thunderstorms, maybe potential severe as you go into 7, 8 p.m. as it dives southward. Then we're fairly quiet. Now there's another scenario where this doesn't kind of play out, where we'll see the same kind of complex come across to Eau Claire. So maybe a few storms towards the noon to 1 to 2 p.m., excuse me. But then we don't see much development further south. Across in south areas stay dry pretty much all day Saturday. Then we might see a little bit of more development towards Saturday evening, just to the east of the area right there, and then we kind of clear out for Saturday. Now, when we go to Saturday night, I think that's when the better chance comes that everyone's going to see a thunderstorm complex come through. One develops in Minnesota and comes right across the area. Now, this could change a little bit north and south, but this one will be one to watch going into Sunday morning. Once that comes across quickly, I think most of the Sundays it's going to be hot and humid. We won't see many thunderstorms going on until Monday night, and that's the third round. Potentially more action out to the west. You'll see another complex potentially come across. That could impact the Monday morning commute. Severe potential. This is just for Saturday evening. There's still that potential. It'd be damaging winds. There's a lot of question marks, like I said, again, exactly where it's going to happen. Heat intensity values tomorrow, mid 90s, but I think it's really going to pick up as we go into Sunday. Less chance of thunderstorms, More sun probably out there. We'll probably see indices 95 to about 100 depending on location. Definitely the hottest time we've had probably this year. Combine that. So overall, there's your temperatures for now. We should have thunderstorm chances. We have to keep an eye on that. But overall, the humidity levels come up for that. As then as we go into the 8-day forecast, the hottest day with thunderstorms unlikely probably during the day on Sunday. They'll come back more Sunday night into Monday, and then followed by that cool down as we go throughout the next week. So definitely if you're out and about, stay hydrated. Keep an idea on the eye to the sky on your phone too, because thunderstorms could erupt and they could be severe if they do develop.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, get ready for the rodeo. We have got some area athletes set to compete at the National High School Rodeo next week. Cade caught up with a few of them. See how they're feeling.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
Get an 11% rebate on your next painting project at Menards. Forever Interior Paint and Primer offers powerhouse protection with its stain-blocking, odor-reducing technologies. Get a gallon starting at $29.98 after rebate. Give your space the Platinum treatment with Platinum Plus Interior Paint. Its Stain Shield technology protects your spaces with the performance you'd expect from a luxury paint at a price you wouldn't. A gallon of flat is $36.48 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
A lot has changed since the Overhead Door Company installed its first door in 1921. One thing that hasn't? Our commitment to quality. We set the standard a century ago with the first motorized garage door, and we have not stopped innovating since. Today, you can build your dream door with the DoorView app, and with the OHD Anywhere app, you can control your new door from anywhere. So next time you need a repair or replacement for your garage door, look for the red ribbon and trust 100 years of experience Overhead Door Company.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Our democracy is under attack by right-wing extremism. In Congress, I'll have the experience to fight back and strengthen voter rights to uphold the will of the people. I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because democracy is worth defending.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, the National High School Rodeo competition kicks off in Wyoming next week. We've got a few of our area athletes making the trip out west. Our own Kate Overton found his way to the riding arena, and he has the story.
More than 1,500 high schoolers from all across the continent will meet in Rock Springs, Wyoming for one of the biggest rodeo competitions in the world.
This horse is named Buster.
Maddie and Molly McBride of Holman have been riding horses since they were little kids. The sisters have had their eyes on the national meet since the beginning of the season, and after finishing in the top 4 during the state competition, the two will now represent Team Wisconsin.
I'm kind of nervous, but I think I'm mostly excited for it.
Despite qualifying in 2 different events, Maddie in pole bending, Molly in barrel racing, the support is still the same.
I don't think I would be doing how good I am without her. She definitely gives me advice and tips, and she's kind of like my own little coach.
This stage will display the highest level of high school talent, but that's just a chance to prove yourself against the best of the best.
I see it as a place where I can challenge myself and see how far I can get competing against thousands of people.
Maddie and Molly won't be the only siblings representing Wisconsin. Josie and Cade Waldenberger of West Salem High School are also making the trip. Josie in 3 different events and Cade in rifle shooting.
It's really great. I mean, we push each other every day and try to make each other better.
These two take the term sibling rivalry to another level as both of them compete in light rifle.
Who's the better shot between you two?
Me.
I think she might have it, but not by much.
And when your competition is family, it makes weekends at the rodeo a little more interesting.
I just really like the family aspect of it and seeing all your friends every weekend, really pushing them because it's your friends, but it's also your competition. So it's really a good part of it.
Reporting from Holman, Kate Overton, News 8 Now.
And they aren't the only 4 from the area competing. We got a couple kids from Toma, Sparta, and even Gaze Mills. Wow. And for that full list of kids, check out news8000.com. Competition gets started on Sunday. Pretty cool, guys.
Yeah, good luck to them.
Yeah, that's a good list of local representatives.
Yes.
More than just a handful.
Yes. I mean, it's a skill that's learned around here and practiced around here. They've got the ranges and stuff to ride around, and I thought it was awesome. So good luck to the kids for sure.
Yeah, the little goat
I hope
bleeding at
the
the
little
end.
goat is okay.
Yeah. Kate told me that the goats are used to that after a little bit. It just takes some training to break them in a little bit.
Okay.
Sure, after they do it a bunch
Yeah.
of times, the goat's kind of just like, oh, this is happening again?
He's
all right.
building the character right there.
Maybe he
little
likes it, I don't
goats. No, he doesn't like it. Okay.
Thanks, Jacob.
All right, we'll have another look at your forecast right after this.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Listen to Senator Tammy Baldwin.
What is your view of the Biden presidency?
It is one of the most successful administrations in generations.
Most successful in generations? Inflation is sky high. Our border is wide open. Drugs flood our streets. The world is in chaos.
One of the most successful administrations in generations.
If this is success, we're in big trouble.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
What kind of a loan officer do you think you deserve? I know that's a very tough question to answer. Here's what I think. I think you deserve a loan officer that is willing to look you in the eye before you take on a lot of debt and say, are you sure? If that's what you're looking for in a lender, call Firefighters Credit Union today.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Find comfort in your world in a stressless recliner. Take a time out, have a seat, and enjoy a special offer from Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Save in an instant on stressless furniture at Drury's in Fountain. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless recliner, sofa, or sectional, designed with the world's most innovative comfort features. Don't wait. It's time for Stressless. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
All right, if you're going to have ice cream tomorrow, you too.
Okay, I will.
You better obviously eat it fast because it's going to melt pretty quick. So along with that, we're going to have thunderstorm potential too through the weekend. Heat and humidity values could approach 100 on Sunday, but don't forget the thunderstorm chance all the way through Monday. If you're out and about, keep an eye on the app on that, definitely.
It's kind of the kind of heat where if you have a cone, it's going to be running down your hand
very
within
quickly.
30
You'll have
seconds.
sticky mess right away.
Give me a dish.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us at 6.
We'll see you at 10.